Let's come to the iOS part. That's where we have a big trouble in it. I think I had an equivalent API for Kotlin Multiplatform. They exposed it, but when I tried to use that one, it didn't work as I expected. Actually, it was crashing for the multiple reasons. So what I thought was, okay, let's keep this subscription code in actual Swift so that let's call this from the Kotlin, and once it's completed, just give the callback to me as like this so that I can handle the result only in the Compose multi-platform application. That's the intentions. So let's see how I did this one. So again, I'm clicking on this and going to the iOS main. Again, you could see something like a subscription manager, which is comes from you may get confused with this subscription manager with this one, but that's not true. This iOS subscription manager, like kind of helper function, which we already have it for Android. This is equal helper function from the iOS. So you could see this is comes from this com.purchase.swift.subscription.subscription manager. So this is my custom package. Actually, when I call this particular methods and all now, these methods will be executed on the iOS side. Okay. Now let's see how I created this package. This is more important things to understand, right? You won't be seeing this package as it is because it's my own package which I exposed from the Swift UI. Let's jump into the Swift UI. This is my iOS code. You could see like iOS app. Here I created some like a subscription folder. Under that there is like a subscription manager. This is where my all iOS code goes into, and I just import the StoreKit and created something like a public class subscription manager, and it's implementing two delegates. One is SK products request delegates, another one is the SK payment transaction observer. And you would see that this particular class is like having a different annotation like Objective-C public, because Kotlin knows how to talk to the Objective-C, not to Swift. Okay, so usually if you want to call the Swift function Objective-C, most probably will be exposing that particular function or class using Objective-C, so that you can call this particular function from the Objective-C as well. Don't forget to make it as a public, then only it can able to create the interface or bridges to access this particular function from the Kotlin. Okay, so whatever the function you want to expose, you just have to annotate with Objective-C. So I'm just creating some different parameters. One is a product ID. Obviously, my subscriptions names goes here, product ID goes here. Then I created something like a static let shared, which means I just wanted to create an object of this one only once, like a singleton kind of things. Okay. Then I'm keeping my products, which I comes from the server, I'm keeping it here for future stuff. And purchase callback, the same things what I did in Android, the same thing goes here as well. So then I created something as escape payment queue dot default dot add and self, which means it's looking for this callback to communicate back to this particular class. Okay. And then I create a fetch subscription where I just give the different products which I'm interested and to see whether users actually purchased or not. And then this particular delegate gonna be this one, so that it gonna listen for this particular delegate functions, and then I just request dot star. So once I call this particular function, it make a call and see whether this particular product has already been subscribed or not. If it's subscribed, those will be comes as part of this particular callback function, which is like a product request. And request goes here and response comes here. From the response, I see whether the products are available here. If the products are available, I'll see like unlock content. And you could see the same things handled in the e-subscriptions as well. Is checking for user default. If it's a product ID is available, I'm just fetching it from there and then showing to the users. The next one is the purchase subscription. So when the moment call the purchase subscription, it goes into the products which are already fetched and keep it local. And I'm just checking this particular product identifier with the product identifier, which is sent from the Kotlin. Okay. Then I take this products. If this product ID is not available, then I say return. Like I don't want to do anything. If it's available, just go here and make a SK payment. And again, this callback, whatever the callback which I send from Kotlin, keeping it here, and then I'll say SK payment call default dot add. So the moment I add this one, the pop-up will comes up to the user to make a payment. Once he complete the payment, most probably this payment queue will be get fired, and here it will say transactions, and transaction state. If it's a purchased, I just unlock this content. To expose this Swift code into the Kotlin, you just need to use a Swift-KLib. Otherwise, you just have to create a header file, some definition file, etc., which is really a headache moment. So to integrate the Swift-K, as usual, you just have to go to lib.version comments and just specify this version and then creating a library out of it. Oh, okay. Actually, it's a plugin, not a library. So just making sure that you put this code into the plugin. Once you've done this, all you have to do is just go into the share.build.gradle and add this library as allies. And before that, you just have to make sure that you are adding it into the project level as well, I could say. So add it here and also go all the way into the share and put this particular things on the tab as well too. Now we just go to the Kotlin and go and find this particular list of products where iOS, then iOS emulator, those kind of things. It would be mostly in the Kotlin, and go here and this particular code like iOS target a compilation, and then I'm making it say something like a C in props and creating something like a subscription, which we need to define the down. Okay, so this has been done. Once it's been done, just go all the way down again, create something like a Swift-KLib, which is gonna be like be under Kotlin. Okay, then just say create subscription, which is supposed to match with the name whatever you provided here on the top. This name and that name should be matched. C in props name. Here I provide the folder where I just want to take it and convert and putting into this particular package, compile it and putting into this package. This is here. From here, what you have to do is you go to one step back, and so that you will go into chat. From here, you could see like something like iOS app, something like a subscription here. This is a file you just will need to take it and make a header file, definition file for all the Swift codes available here, which has this annotation like Objective C, and put this particular compiled version of this one into the com.piappstudio.swift.subscriptions. Okay. Once you put all this one, that's it. All you just have to go into the iOS main and taking the subscription dot share, which is like a actual Swift code. Don't think like it's gonna execute in the Kotlin multiplatform. No, it just create this kind of interfaces like a JNA kind of things. Like likewise, is a Kotlin interoperability files will be created and it will redirect this particular request into the Swift. It's actually working on the Swift code. Okay, and then initialization I just fetch the subscriptions, and purchase subscription I just provide this product ID, which is usually a Tamil here. Whatever the callback is being called from my buttons is going to be provided here, then we'll make a decision accordingly. Any subscribe, again we have a callback and that callback has been set. Okay, actually Swift call doesn't take this callback. Most probably I have to give the callback here as well. The manage subscriptions, again you just have to open this particular stuff into the integration pod, a final integration pod, which can be your Jetpack Compose code, like manage subscription button, where you just have to click on it. It will be displaying it here. And then from purchase subscription, it will becomes from the different part. I'm just using it as a button, like show detail screen. I'm just, okay, not here, actually. Yeah, there is a premium card buttons which I specifically made for this particular screen, and then you will be having something like Go Premium for 0.99 per year, and this particular functions on click event I just attach this one. It's gonna get called and then it would pop up something for the user to continue to do this. And the manage subscription is done, and check subscription most probably I'll be doing it in the initial. Whenever we launch the home screen, we start calling the subscription and seeing whether users already subscribed or not, and then I'll putting the state into the by global meter. Okay, that's how it has been done. So still, if you have any question, feel free to put it into the comment sections, as well as go to this documentation. You can add as in the comments as well. Okay, so otherwise, thank you so much for watching this long video. And also, if you don't mind, please download my application in both Android and iOS. And if you really wanted to appreciate my video, just go and purchase some subscription over there and get paid some amount, man. So otherwise, thank you so much for watching the video. Jai Bhim.